All right, everybody, welcome to our very first modo tutorial. We are going to make a pair. You made a pair in class, but I figure we'll just do it again. We don't have access to those files anymore. We have modo. I'm version 13. You're probably version 14 if you're using the demo. There should not be too much of a difference. New file opens up with an empty mesh, so we're ready to go. Some reminders is orange means that's what we're set on, and there's some new windows and things, and of course it'll even be a little confusing for me because I'm not used to seeing these either. I'm not used to version 13. We'll learn some new things together, which I don't know what else we got to do these days except for wash our hands and binge watch stupid TV shows. So here we go. Empty mesh. We need a sphere. If you remember, we started with a sphere, and this sphere is going to have some basic properties. Here are my tool properties. Nice, there it is down here, a little thing here. I do not want 24 sides. I want, I think I want 8 sides. I think we did before, and 4 segments. I just typed them in. 8 sides, 4 segments. The radius, I'm going to hit this until I get an equal sign, and you could type in inches here if you want to think in terms of inches. A pair is probably about 5 inches. Hold my shift key. Those are those 2 little dashes. It's like a quote, right? And then hit return on the keyboard so they all come in. 127 millimeters is the equivalent of 5 inches. We just learned, we just did a little conversion there, all on the fly. And I'm just going to say apply to this, and it should put it right in the middle. This toolbar comes out like this, or I can just close it with this little dot. Shift A will hover around over your object. Remember, if you hold your Option key down and then left mouse button, you can scroll around. This is the default view here, the default coloration of gray. I think that looks lovely. And here are my other little wireframe modes. I'm going to go to, I think I'm going to go to polygon mode here, absolutely. And I'm in my front view. I'm right mouse clicking and dragging around it, so I have the whole top segment. See, all the segments are selected like the pieces of the pie. I'm wondering if 8 is too many, but we'll go with it. It'll be fine. I'm going to hit B for bevel and kind of click up a little bit and then in. All right, a little more egg shaped now. And then I'm going to shift click. You can shift click anywhere really. I like to shift click on the orange. It just kind of reminds me that that's what I'm doing. Shift click, so it beveled again. I'm going to drag this in. I'm going to zoom out and kind of zoom back in here so I can see what I'm doing. Blue arrow, kind of tuck that down a little bit, right? And then I'm going to shift click on there again. Blue arrow down. See that? Option key, I can scroll, I can see there. This is going to become that little dent for our stem. Shift click and up and in. Shift click up and in. And then one more time. So that was 3 bevels. And then just up a little like that. And that's fine. That's giving us our little funny little stem. Hit escape once, drops the tool. Hit escape again, and I've dropped my selection. So nothing is now selected. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom, so I'm right mouse clicking, taking the bottom of this pair. Remember, Shift A will hover over near the area that you worked, and I'm just Option key scrolling around, or you could use this here, right? I just use the shortcut on my mouse. And so now I'm going to hit B for bevel. This just kind of comes in, just kind of flatten the pear bottom down. We're making the butt of the pear. Shift click again, in a lot, and then up a lot, and just kind of dent that in a little bit, something like that. And that is pretty much good to go. All right, now I'm going to hit escape once, drop the tool, hit escape again, drop my selections. I'm going to go to my edge mode. All right, edge mode, double clicking on an edge becomes a loop. It's called an edge loop. Y key, those are your arrows for, it's right over here. Shows you the transform. It moves, rotates, scale, everything. I like Y because I can do everything that I might need to do. And just kind of adjust this pear shape, make it look a little bit better. I'm going to double click this loop. I'm going to hit my R key, that's scaling. I'm going to scale this big blue ball in the center, so I scale in every direction and make a nice pear shape. Look at that, looking pretty good. And I think I'm going to take this loop here, Y key, I'm going to just drop it down, just kind of dent it in more so it's sink, so my stem is sunk in a little bit more like that. I think that looks good. And what else do we need to do here? Last time we edited the shape of the pear before we UV the pear, and it was actually, would be much smarter for us to UV this pear first and then make some of those organic adjustments. All right, but guess what? The new modo has a pretty cool thing. I think yours will probably be in the same place. It's this quick align and this ground align. This is cool. I like this. I hit ground align and then I just click here and it should, yeah, it pops it right up and puts it on the ground plane, which is kind of nice. That'll come in handy if we make some more objects. I think at this time I'm just going to let you catch up a little bit, and I'm going to, you can always pause this and replay what I did, right? And I'm going to rename this. I can double click. Sometimes it doesn't really catch the first time. P-A-R for pear. That is my pear. Okay, looking pretty good. Good time to save. File, save. Now I'm going to name this Rady Pear because that's my name. You can name it Rady Pear too because you are all so appreciative of what I do for you each and every day as a teacher, and you would want to name your projects after me. That'd be very flattering. You should name it with your name actually, because in case you share this file with me for grading purposes, I will know whose pear is whose. Anyway, where am I putting this? There you go, 3D scenes, Rady Pear -20, since it's 2020. Put it in there, hit save. All right, you've saved your work. I'm gonna actually stop this video and start another one. That way my file sizes don't get too big and they will upload faster for you. So, pear part 1 done.